Hi, in this lesson we'll see how to add images to our web pages. So first of all, in the lesson description you will find also a zip to download to your own computer. You have to uncompress that zip into the folder where we have been building our HTML files up to now, so your experiments folder. Uncompressed, this zip should result in a folder named images with a bunch of images inside. So having done so, we can get back to our editor and create a new file that we'll save as images.html. So let's start putting some content into this file. The usual boilerplate first, doctype HTML. Let's wrap everything. Our usual head with a title. And the body. So ready to rock and roll. So how do we add images to our web page? Through a simple tag called img, image. We just put this tag. It's a tag that doesn't have a closing tag, so it's just an opening tag. And we use the attribute source to specify where the image file is. Now source accepts a URL, so it can be a complete URL that points to a specific file, or in our case, because we are hosting our own files in our folder and the images HTML file is in the same folder where the images folder is, we can just reference the folder with a relative path, so the name of the folder and the name of one of the image contained in the folder, like Hufflepuff JPEG. JPEG, yes. So let's save and let's open this file in the browser. And boom, we see the image displayed in the page. Beautiful. Now let's go on and load also the other images. 2, 3, and 4. So now let's fix the name of the files. So we have Gryffindor GIF, and then Ravenclaw JPEG, and Slytherin JPEG. Let's save, get back to the browser and refresh. And we have all the 4 emblems. Now, if we open the browser inspector and just looking at the page, we can see that the images are in one single line. They are flowing horizontally across the page. So that tells us that the image tag is not a block level element, but is an inline element. They are basically following the flow of the page. And that's good. One of the things that we should add to any image tag, even if it's not mandatory, but it's important, is the alt attribute. The alt attribute provides additional information on the content of the image, so what the image is all about. This tag is very important, especially for people with accessibility issues, like visually impaired people, and software like screen readers will read these informations. So it's very important to use these attributes to describe what the image is all about. So let's put the alt tag in all of them. Oh, sorry. Okay, so get back, refresh, nothing changes, but we have this additional piece of information added to the image. Another thing, the image now are displayed with their native resolution. So if one of these images is bigger than the other, it will disrupt the flow of the images on the screen. We can fix this in 2 ways. First is using CSS, but we are not yet there. And the second is to hardcode the width and height information of the image on the tag. Oops. So for example, we can force the first image to be 300 pixels wide. And by the way, if we provide only one of the two dimensions, the other dimension will be scaled accordingly in order to maintain the correct aspect ratio. So let's make an example. The first image, the Hufflepuff, is currently 205 pixels wide and 240 pixels tall. If we specify a width of 300 pixels, the height will be adjusted accordingly. So we go back to the browser and we refresh, we see that the image maintains its correct aspect ratio. It just becomes bigger, and the others will remain the same, of course. So we can use these attributes with 8. Of course, if we force the 8 to be whatever we want, like 500 pixels, the image will end up being stretched. And that's it for the images.